What exactly then did the three European nations announce yesterday? What is the read across to the US in terms of those potential talks with Iran?
Yeah, quite significant developments there. So these so-called E3 countries, Germany, France, and Britain, informed the UN Security Council last night that they were looking to reinstate the sanctions that had been suspended since the advent of the 2015 JCPOA deal. And of course, remember, President Trump famously pulled out of that deal in 2018. But the remaining participants of the deal include the EU, those E3 nations, Russia, and China. And it is very notable that they're now saying for the first time since 2015, they are ready to reimpose sanctions again because they believe that Iran is not abiding by its commitments. Now, in terms of the sequencing, there is a 30-day snapback provision. And so during that time frame, the UN Security Council will then assess to see whether Iran has met their commitments. If they deem they have not, then those provisions go in. The timing here also potentially quite crucial, Tom, because on October the 1st, the chairman of the Security Council flips from South Korea to Russia. So maybe the Europeans wanted to get this ahead of that timing, ahead of October 1st. You know, obviously that's speculative. But the point here is that sanctions could be reinstated. And this is after months of failed talks going on between the Europeans and Iran. The Iranian response came very quickly yesterday. The foreign minister saying that the action is unjustified, lacks any legal basis. Not a lot from President Trump, which is uncharacteristic of him, though we did get a statement from the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, saying that the United States does still remain available for the diplomatic track. And remember, those talks have also been stalled since the war over the summer, with President Trump claiming that he's completely obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities. It's unclear whether that is actually the case because IAEA inspectors still do not have access to the sites that were bombed. Ultimately, though, President Trump still is pursuing a maximalist approach, zero enrichment. That seems like it's unlikely to fly with the Iranians. So there's still a lot of daylight between the two sides. But it does seem as though we are on track once again for further sanctions to be applied on Iran in as soon as 30 days' time.